talk about thoughts are things. Thoughts are things. I'm going to say it one more time. Thoughts are things. They are nouns. They are abstract nouns, but they're things. And I want to talk as a subtopic, the creative power of thought. Thoughts are things. And subtopic, the creative power of thought. That's God's going to give us. That's how we're going to learn how to take control of our lives. And so I need to give you some scripture foundation, and then we'll get into my discussion. I don't know what time it was when I started, but y'all let me know when I quit. In the book of Proverbs, the 23rd chapter and the 7th verse and the 8th clause, it says, For as he thinketh in his heart, so is he. Just the 8th clause. I would paraphrase it, for as a man or woman thinketh continuously in his heart, so is he. Those are truths, instruction. Proverbs 4:23 says, keep thy heart, this is a command, keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. The issues of life are predetermined in the heart. So keep your heart. And then in Romans 12:2, y'all still with me? The writer says, be not conformed, this is a command, to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. And I slipped over, for those who like the Old Testament, Jeremiah 29:11 says, God is speaking through the prophet. He says, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord. What kind, Lord? Thoughts of peace and not evil. Thoughts to give you an expected end. I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord. Thoughts of peace and not evil, to give you an expected end. I tell my son, come clap right there for me. Look at your neighbor and say, I'll give you a penny for your thoughts. What did they say? Tell them, I'll give you $1 for your thoughts. No matter what they offer you, they're not more important than your thoughts. Thoughts are things, and every thought bears creative power. The creative power of thought. Whatever you desire to be or to have, you must give it some thought. I need to say that again. Whatever you desire to become, or whatever you desire to have, based on the way you are created to function, you have to give it some thought. Why is that? Because of the creative power of thought. Can you walk with me like this here? I don't have to holler or do any of that stuff. Am I okay? Denzel? Denzel said, I'm rocking, okay. No. The way we're designed to function, we only can release creative power to the measure we give things thought, because our thoughts bear creative power. And I'm going to show you in a minute. Are you with me? And so here we are. Here we are. Your life is nothing more than a reflection of your thoughts. I'm going to show you again. Can I say it again? Your life is nothing more than the reflections of your thoughts. You're not good, you're not bad. You have thoughts, and your thoughts are mirrored. Woo. And it represents your life. And I'm going to push it, and I'm going to show you. Your life is nothing more than a reflection of your thoughts. A reflection of your thoughts determine who you are. Your thoughts determines where you live. Your thoughts determine what you drive. Your thoughts determine what you wear. Your thoughts determine who you are. Can you bring a mirror out here? Can somebody? Jay, come help him with the mirror. I need somebody to help me preach. Is this okay? I need you to see this. Bring him out right here. Stop right there. Y'all stand there and kind of get behind because we don't want to see y'all. Lolita, can you come? I need you to come up here. Put your pad down and come on up here. And come on, Anita. Come on. Help. You don't mind helping Bishop preach this morning. Oh my, you got your pearls going on too. Let's come on up here. This mirror is like your body. It's designed to reflect what's in it. Are you with me? When I look at saints, I don't have to talk to them because their person is telling me about their thinking. And your thinking determines who you are. Are you with me? Can you stand in front of this mirror? Oh my God, your hair laid today. Stand a little bit, get right there, okay? Woo, that mirror is screaming right there. Okay, you see it? That mirror is giving you a reflection of what you look like. Metaphorically, that's what your thoughts are. Can you stand back for a minute? Nita, would you come? Bless your heart. Ooh, shut your face. Look at Gary grinning over there. That mirror is reflecting your image. It didn't make an image because a few seconds ago it had her. But now it's showing you. And the only difference is you got in front of it. And all it did was reflect what it saw. Are making sense? This is what your thinking does. Your thinking determines how you look. Your thinking determines of your reflection. Now, I need you to help me a bit. I want you to stand back in that mirror and give me one of them killer smiles. Okay? You see what I'm saying? The mirror is working with you, right? Now give me one of those looks that you give Gary when he's on your nerve. Same girl. Different thought. You see what I'm saying? The mirror ain't doing nothing but reflection. Come on, baby. Give me one of them growls on your face. You know, like mean. Oh, that's how you kill them. You see? The mirror got it. Now put them killer smiles on. Oh, shut up. Put it up there like you used to, smiling real good. I was talking to a brother the other day. He couldn't smile. I couldn't figure out how to get him to smile. He didn't know he hadn't smiled, and I don't know when. I couldn't get a smile out of his face. How you doing? Come on, we want to put a smile. You see it? Same mirror. is not bias or prejudice. It's just a reflection. Same God. Not bias or prejudice. You think y'all doing good. If they pay me for preaching, I'll split it. But they don't pay me no more. Thank you, sir. Amen. Thank you. And so here we are. I'm trying to give you a key to life is that you think what you think don't matter. And you think if you can justify why you thinking it, that it's going to pardon you from thinking it. Don't work like that. You see, everything that you see in life started with a thought. Everything about you has to first come through your thoughts. And everything that you want to be has to be thought first. And since God has purchased you and redeemed you, he tells you to think my thoughts because it will give you your life. If you don't think his thoughts, you can't have his life. No matter how much you sit in this pew, if you're meaner than a junkyard dog, you will not have his life until you change your thoughts. And we can lock you up and say, yeah, you're going to stay. But if I can't change the way you think, we can't transition your life. And 2024 will not be more for you. I'm going to walk you through this. And then I'm going to show you how it takes time to transition. And it must be on purpose. Some folk come to church, when they get here, they're late, and they can't wait to get out. Because they got to go do the important stuff. But the important stuff is getting the mind of God. The important stuff is getting in the presence where others believe like you believe and creating an atmosphere that's conducive for producing what you... I'm thanking all 6 of y'all for clapping because the rest of folk ain't figured it out yet. There is something happens when we come together. Christ says where there's 2 or 3 touching and agreeing, there I am in the midst. So what if it's 300 or 400 of us gathered together, touching and agreeing? How much more Jesus would we have? I'm preaching. Come on, you see, you can't have it your way and his way too. And that's what I got to get you to understand. You need a personal relationship. You cannot spend too much time in the presence of God. The Bible says men ought to always pray. Men ought to always, what he's saying, men ought to always communicate with God. That's what prayer is. Prayer is a communication. Oh, I feel Jesus, I feel like jumping off here running. Prayer invites me into the spirit realm, and I can have an audience with God because he's spirit and I'm spirit. Prayer gives me the legal right to get in his presence and to release him to do my bidding because prayer is communion with God. That's why we don't have time to pray. I thank God for Pastor Brendan and her praise team. They 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They on the line. They on the line. You know, even holidays. I'm like, y'all didn't take no break? You see? But they didn't take none because something happens when you pray. I'm not talking about, I'm not talking about a devotional prayer. I'm not talking about getting up in here on, altar call. No. No, when you talk to God and God talks back to you, when you exchange thoughts with God, okay. They don't be trying to impress one another. They're just so glad to be grateful there's others like them in the kingdom. That makes a difference. I don't have time, but you see, I'm so grateful because God cannot do anything without somebody interceding and releasing him to do it. You say, well, God can do anything he wants to. No, he can't. God bound himself to his word. And he cannot violate his word. So even though he's God, he's limited to his word. It's just like a king. Once a king says something, he can't take it back. No matter how much. You don't believe me? Ask Daniel. Daniel and the king, they was bosom buddies. But the folk deceived the king and say, anybody who prays in 30 days should be thrown in the lion's den. It was a trick to get Daniel, because Daniel had to choose, do I not pray? Or do I take a chance of getting thrown in the den, the lion's den? And so he changed. He did not change. He prayed. They threw him in the den, and the king couldn't do nothing about it. And once they found out that God sent his angel, and that's a whole nother story. The king came that morning and said, oh, Daniel, did your God keep thee? And Daniel said, all is well, king. All is well. My God heard me. I had nothing against you. I ain't supposed to go there, but I can go there. I ain't supposed to go there. That's kingdom authority. God want to deliver you, but he can't deliver you because of his word. If you violate his word, he has to stand back. Watch you go through what you need to go through till you get your words right. Come on. Today, I can go down the book, Esther and all those others, Jacob and all those, Joseph. But anyway, when you're in the kingdom, you can't get the king to change his mind because of your need, especially if he set a standard for how you get his need. And so I'm looking at people and I'm like, why? They're here. Why ain't they blessed, Lord? He says they're thoughts. The way you're designed to function is through thoughts. And thoughts are creative. And if you really want what I offer, you got to go in the book and get my thoughts and spend some time with them. Come on now. Woo, I am more than a conqueror. I might be a wimp right now, but in due season and in due time, if I keep on thinking about it, y'all pushing me and I'm trying to hold myself down. Look at your neighbor and say, it could be. I'm not certain, but it could be that the predicament you're in could be your stinking thinking. Because your life is nothing but a reflection of your thoughts. You can't change that. You can't change it. You don't believe me? Watch them. Pick you somebody. And look how they're smiling. And then see them next week or later on. Meet them in the parking lot. And it's a whole nother picture. Did they change? No, they didn't change. Their thoughts changed and created the attitude that they're temporarily displaying. So you got to be careful when folk try to make you mad. You got to say, you really ain't worth my relationship with God. You see, the God I serve like a sweet person. He like a lovable person. He like a kind person. He like a willing person. And I can't let you mess me up that he won't recognize me when I go talk to him. I can't allow complaints and things I'm going through to change my disposition, even though I'm going through hell. Paul said it, I have learned No matter what condition I find myself in, I've learned how to be content. Because there's oh, y'all gonna make me preach up in here. It's just a brand new year. Because there's creative power. I can't let the devil deceive me and make me think I can think ugly and it won't affect me. I cannot have unforgiveness without creating a spirit and a look of unforgiveness. I'm preaching, y'all sit down. Y'all want me to shut up, but I understand what I'm saying. I'm saying you can't afford to be upset with your spouse because she didn't cook today. It's a wrong thought. It'll change your reflection. Pastor threw away my pinto beans. I'm cleaning the house. I said, babe, where the pinto beans? She said, what? I said, what? I said, I had a little plastic container, leftover pinto beans, and even had ham hock in it. And she said, well, I told the girls to throw away. It was from Christmas. I said, woman, we had these Monday. That ain't Christmas. That's New Year's. But I had to straighten my thoughts. Are you listening? And you take it lightly. You take it lightly. I'm looking at some of y'all. Y'all still mad with your boyfriend? He got another girlfriend. And you looking like that. Look how you reflecting. Because you gotta let that go. You gotta let that go. You can't hold on to that. It didn't work. Let that go so you can put the right face on, have the right reflection when the right person shows up. He don't want to see what the other person left messed up. I don't want his trouble. I want to try to overcome his trouble. Hey, y'all, this apostolic. I'm sorry, I didn't. You can't afford to think negative because you will reflect negativity. What? Y'all still with me, right? Still with me. I got a couple. Oh God, forgive me here. Your life is nothing more than a reflection of your thoughts, who you are, where you live, what you drive, what you wear, what you look like. Just to name a few. I could go on. I'll give you another 50 or 60 more. All of these are results of the creative power of thought. But you got it. Here's the key now. Please give me a few more minutes. You know what I'm saying? Give me a bonus time because it's New Year's. This is where people miss it. In Proverbs 23, verse 7, in the A clause, it says, for as he thinketh, so is he. Is that what it says? No, it isn't. These are instructions. He said, as he wears shoes, so is he. No, it was specific. He says, as a person thinketh in his heart, so is he. A lot of you renew your mind, but not your heart. And it's not long, your mind is pulled back into your heart and jack you up, and you can't stay sweet long because you didn't change the way your heart's position is. Oh, I'm preaching up in here. Some of y'all got grandma's heart. You got, if you want to live in this age and this time, this season, you got to get a heart that understands this time, this season in which we live. I'm preaching. You got to let Jody go. Jody gonna mess up Bill. Bill is the one. Jolie was taking up space. Yeah. Woo! Here we got to get it. We got to get it. We got to get it now. I told Pastor, I said, listen, you can't, life is based on decisions. And every decision has a consequence. You can't let people's bad decision make you responsible for their consequences. So you're not helping them like that. You can hate them, but you got to get them to understand it was your thinking. I said, I just got another word. I'll go ahead and teach. It's your thinking that made the decision that pulled the consequences you're living in. And me bailing you out of the consequences don't help you much, because your thinking going to create the same consequence again. So, and you come into church thinking you're going through osmosis, sit in this atmosphere and become like Christ. Tap your neighbor, say it ain't happening. Specifically, he says, as he thinketh in his heart. We have a question. In the text, what is meant by the word heart? Y'all working it. You need to know, if you're following these instructions in the text, what is meant by the word heart. Question. Answer. This is my answer. It works for me. I believe that the heart is the submind or the subconsciousness. Are you with me? Because everything is dealt in the mind is thought, but we have thought patterns or mindsets in our subconscious that when we're not consciously trying to smile, that ugly face come back frown, because there's no joy in your heart. It's hard to keep happiness on your face. This is too heavy? I'm trying to say. That's what it said. So I believe the subconscious. Are you in? Listen what he said. For as a man thinketh in his heart, can we just paraphrase? In his subconscious, so is he. And so the writer tells us in Romans 12:2, he says, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye by of your what mind? Oh, no. What mind? Y'all good class. Why y'all waiting to see what somebody else going to say? By the renewing of your... Y'all scared? Mr. Devil, stop putting fear on my people. In your subconscious or your lower mind, I can't change and be consistent till my submind or subconscious is in agreement. You see? They don't get up on Monday morning, Wednesday morning, and Friday morning and try to consciously decide if they're going to pray. They've been doing this for the last 4 years. And so it's a part of their subconscious mindset. And they be on there, some can't talk. What you know? I can't talk, but I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement. Can I get some? Somebody to pray for me. Why are you online? My subconscious told me I need to be online in the hour of prayer. You don't get up every morning trying to figure, I don't think, if you're going to take a shower. I don't know if I'm that dirty today. I didn't do that much. Let me see, what did I do last year? No, I didn't do that much. I didn't do that much. So I'm good. That's that famous, I'm good. Amen, I'm good. No. It becomes a part of yourself either before you go to bed or as soon as you get out of the bed. You take a shower. If you get up every morning trying to decide, you're going to lose some battles. That's where it is with them tithes. Do I pay my tithes or do I get my grandbaby some toys? I don't. Do I pay my tithes or do I go see Beyonce? I don't. Do I pay my tithes or do I pay my house note? Why? Because it's not a fixed thing in your subconscious. My family, don't mess with me on Sunday because it's fixed. This is the Lord's day. Folk text me. I texted you yesterday. I said, what day was it? Sunday. I said, it's the Lord's day. I didn't see it. I didn't look for a phone. I didn't look for a text. And I'm sorry I missed your text, but you wasn't important on the Sunday. My heart was in God. And I hope you didn't die before I got to the Monday. Maybe I look at the text. I'm just trying to make sense. Because you thinking you come in here and enjoying the service and it's going to change you, you might as well go to the bar and enjoy the bar. Like those ladies go there and happy hour, ain't nobody in there but them. That ain't happy. I'm just trying to make. So that's the question. The answer, I believe that the heart in this text is the subconscious mind. And so Paul says in Romans 12, renew our mind. Why? Let me read it again. Be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renovating or renewing of your subconscious mind. Then you're able to prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Are you with me? Question. How do I renew my subconscious? These some questions to have prerequisites. If 2024 is going to be my year or more, if the scripture says, as I think in my heart or my subconscious mind, and Paul says, if you don't like what you got or you desire to have more than you have, then a place to start is in your subconscious mind. How do I renew my subconscious mind? Anybody want to help me preach? Everybody looking. This is what we do when they're playing football. They go in overtime because they got to get an answer. How do I renew my subconscious mind? I've been having some problems. Had some challenges, and I have to go and tell people how old I am. I don't want to be lying when I'm standing in front of the reception and say, how old are you? I want to say I'm 52. But she would think I'd be lying. So I say I'm 72. But when I say I'm 72, something. Don't feel right. I was messing with Retta. She said, oh, my hip, I guess when you turn 50. I said, don't say that. Don't say 50. No, don't turn 50. That hip's supposed to still be working. She ain't but 24. Look at her, stand with your beautiful self. Come on, stand up there, girl. Let them see you. I bet that hip ain't hurting right now. She got it wrapped too. Amen. Even if it hurts, you don't want to confess it. Because I'm just trying to help you because you give it permission. So how do you change your subconscious? Let me say, it takes time, elder. It takes time, and that's what we don't have. Everybody want to get out of church. We want to, you cannot have a relationship, an intimate relationship, in an hour and a half a week. If I only spend time with you an hour and a half a week, I got all these other hours to compete for your intimacy. I got to spend time. I got to spend time. You know what I'm saying? I want to push that. Some folks just, I get sick of you. That's because you don't love me right now. You done let somebody in your faults. And so now you're responding to your mental picture, which deceive you, making you think you'll be better without me when you could see me as your answer. Oh, it needs a little dab. How do you? How do you? I'm glad you asked the question. I'm getting ready to sit down. And I don't know if it's going to help you. I'm going to bring Pastor Matt up. Meditation. There is no transformation without meditation. New Year's ball was destination transformation. You cannot change or transform by the way you're designed to function without meditation. And now, Lord, let me just dab in here and I'll come back. Everybody lives by faith. Oh no, I can't go there. I can't go. Just take that what I say. There's two kinds of faith. There is positive faith and there's negative faith. You either live in positive faith or negative faith. And it is determined by what kind of thoughts you have. But I don't want to go there because that's another 20 minutes and y'all look like you can take it. You're still trying to get to your heart. Still trying to get to your heart. Tell my girl here and ask her, what's in your heart? Come here, baby. What's in your heart? Hey, no. Alex. See, Alex, you got to show up more so I can remember you. Do I need to get the mirror out? I was watching you while I was praying, and you changed 3 or 4 different times because your thoughts kept changing, and your body was reflecting your thoughts. Do you remember any thoughts you were having? Couple. And some of them wasn't pleasant. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? You see, you're my daughter, so I have to what's in your heart. Because unless I pay close attention to you, you won't tell me what's in your heart. But your features, your body, tells me what's in your heart when you ain't conscious that you telling me. You see? And so that disturbs your witness and your attraction. Because your thoughts might be telling your Boaz something you ain't really talking about. Because you're not conscious of what's left in your heart that distorts your reflections. I know you sweet. Am I preaching real good? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And here's the sad thing. I can't fix it. I only can show you how to fix it. No matter how much I want to fix it, I can't fix it because that's not the way you're designed to function with your fine self. I'm going to make it sense? Yeah. I'm going to let you go back over because I ain't through preaching and see how many more faces you make. Devil will mess us up. He deceives us and think it's okay. And God gave us, he says, let us create, oh, Shatta, let us create man in our own image, in our own likeness. And he says, and let them have dominion over all the works of my hand. Are you with me? And then the Bible said, he created them, male and female created he them. So we all made like God. How did God create? He created with his thoughts. You see, he had to see man before he could create man. In order to see man, he had to think man. So that means that same thing is happening. That same thing is happening. What the devil wants you to do is see your problems and try to overcome your problem. No, that's not how you design. You got to see your promise. Let me, come on, Pastor. There are 4 elements to meditation. You should get it. You should get it. And can't nobody do it for you. Number 1 is you have to ponder. You have to think this thing. You have to have an objective goal or desire. You got to ponder it. Think it over like a cow. A cow has 2 stomachs. He'll graze, and he'll graze, and he graze, and he'll get full, and he goes somewhere and lay down, and then he coughs up his second stomach. It's called a cub, and he chews it and chews it. He keeps chewing it and chewing it to make sure he gets all of the good out of it. That's what we have. We hear words, you hear words, you hear this word, but it's not enough. You got to go home and ponder it. Is my life a mere reflection of my thoughts? Is where I live determined about my previous thoughts, what I drive, where I go, who my friends are, who I like, who I don't like. I don't like you because you look like somebody. Number 2, you have to mutter. I've heard people used to tell me, say, you crazy, you talking to yourself. They say, I'm over there. What do you say? I said, I wasn't talking, I was talking to me. Crazy people talk to yourself. You are crazy if you don't talk to yourself. Because everything is talking to you. Everything about you is talking to you. So you got to talk back to yourself. The enemy is talking to you. Circumstances talking to you. People are talking to you. You know, you just everything. They ain't saying nothing, but you thinking about them. They talking to you. So you got to learn how to say under your breath, to mutter until you convince yourself, like I did. I'm 52. I'm 52. I'm 52. The pastor, slow down. I'm 52. You 72. I'm 52. Don't wear yourself out. I'm 52. I keep telling myself until come on, girl. No. You ahead of me. I can't feel it yet. I got to imagine it. When I imagine it, then I can see it. And with every mental picture, there's a strong feeling. Come here, baby. I told her when she got up, when she put it close, she said, I'm all right. I said, when I glanced at her, I said, I don't like that belt. Maybe you need to get your Gucci belt. And then she spin around, the belt flopped like, I said, oh no, leave that belt alone. I could see it. At first I couldn't see it. And go straight back on, watch that belt. No, go back to your seat. See, the Gucci would have pulled too much attention. If I don't spend time in meditation, I can't see what I'm after. If I can't see it, I won't get the strong feeling, which gives me energy to pursue it. I can't convince myself. And just like some of you, when I was saying, what does it take to minister to your subconscious? You went quiet on me because you haven't seen it. For the last 3 weeks, I've been talking about the power of meditation. It was a good sermon, but it wasn't a message because you didn't practice it. And if you don't, you can't get a benefit. And then once you see it and you feel it, you start making decrees. You speak it out loud. Anybody saved up in here? Jump to your feet and declare, I'm saved by the blood of